Hello, everybody. I assume that I'm live now. Let me check whether I'm live while you guys, I'll wait for you guys to hop in. Though I can't really see how many people is online unless I do this. Okay, welcome, guys. What a good, I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you have this beginning of the week and the month. This is March already. So moving into like next quarter, I hope that you guys are working as hard as I am, okay, creating products, making designs, helping production to save costs, and to all the purchasers, supply chains managers out there, the world of the entire logistic is just crazy, right? So there's a lot of method right now out there that we're talking about how are we going to save costs, how are we going to lower down the manufacturing cost, and all this is going to be shared through Glasfil channel. Hi, my name is Samantha. I'm the second generation owner of this plastic injection business, and I would say we're more of a plastic design business and then the manufacturing business, because without the design in the forefront, we don't exist. So we translate your ideas into designs, into manufacturing, into products, into sellable things, and into cash, right? Which literally means profit to you. So what I learned about when many people approach us about whether they want to start a product, typically I get a lot of questions like, I want to start a tooling. A lot of time when they inquire us, they want to start a tool, they want to start a mold. However, most of the time what we did is we usually have a consultation with them and understand the business needs, because I always believed when you are starting a tool, that means that you have already understand, number one, the market needs. Number two, your product is designed differently so that you need to start a new product, or so that you need to start a new part. And it's actually for the better. Or of course, there's wear and tear. You want to remake a mold. That's pretty simple and straightforward. You can just start a tooling. But a lot of times I received inquiry when they told me the minimum order quantity or the yearly quantity produced was very less. Okay, a lot of people think, Samantha, what is less, very less? You see, for me, for you to start a project, we need to think in terms of the costing, right? As you guys know, you guys will be investing $1,000 in a tool, dollars in like US dollars, or 10 or a couple of $1,000, or 10, $20,000 just to start a tool. And this tool, it's supposed to bring you profit. The reason why is because when we start a tool, aside from making it more robust, right? Basically, you want it to be more profit making in terms of the per part cost, right? The per part cost means if you have a lower per part cost, you have a lower product cost. When you have an overall lower product cost, you have a better margins, right? And when you have a better margins, that's where you start to sell more and make more money. And in fact, a lot of people utilize this concept to kill off their competition, because they create some products, they manufacture themselves, and they could kill off their competitors. Okay, so today I'm going to just go dive deep right into what I'm about to share. What I'm about to share is when to use which, rapid prototyping or plastic injection molding. Okay, and I'm going to give you some examples of what we did here with some of our own products. We also do have our bathroom accessory products, which we produce, and we also OEM other people. OEM means we manufacture other people's product. So if let's say you have an idea, you want to turn it into a product, that's what we do. Okay, so first of all, when you approach any suppliers or any OEMer just like us, like any person that is going to make a plastic parts for you, the first thing that very likely they will ask you is, what is the minimum order quantity? And many people do not know how to fill or answer this question, like minimum order quantity. So what's a MOQ? So basically MOQ is how much are you going to order per run or per purchase order? And some of the suppliers or some of people like us, we are going to ask you questions like, what is the minimum annual production, right? How low or how high are you going to run this particular product? So typically you would have an answer already before approaching any of us. The reason why is because you know that how much you're going to sell in the beginning of the first year. When you receive a mold, you're probably going to extrapolate or forecast down the road, 3 to 4 months down the road, how much is your sales, right? And for a lot of product designers out there, they probably couldn't estimate. And let me show you one of the tips that you could do that to estimate that. One very big way that you can estimate is to pick a product that is already selling in the market, and estimate, or maybe you have similar products that is selling yourself, you roughly estimate how much you're selling currently. And that would judge how much you would take or you would be able to sell if you were to produce this product. So take, for example, product A, right? For product A, the entire annual product that you probably purchase from somebody or from another person or another supplier, you probably get like 20,000 a year. That, if you divide it by a month, you are going to take like a 1,500 per month per run. So 20,000, I'm going to just grab the calculator, 20,000 divided by 12, like that's like 1,600 pieces a month, right? So if you're approaching a very big businesses, like a very big plastic injection molding chain, that is literally a very small quantity for them because they require higher run. So for a smaller scale injection molding company, they would be able to accept this because it's on a higher run. Some people run it more so that they can keep some stock for the business. So it very much depends on how the context we want to do it. So today I'm going to show you like what we did with some of the products that we do. Okay. So there is this projects that came in. So this is a 3D product, right? Okay, you're gonna see. This is a 3D product. We designed this, basically. We designed this, well, purely out of the designs. We draft, we let get customers approval, and this is a 3D product. Not too bad. We could achieve a better prototyping using a higher end 3D prototyping machine, or even better 3D prototyping machine. So it very much depends on why you want to engage in 3D prototyping in the first place. The 3D prototyping is basically to get you have an ideation of roughly the look and feel, how it touch like, how is the dimension, how big it is, rather in the 2D world, right? It's critical for me as well. Every time I design a product, I would want to see the 3D parts because I would know how it looks like, even though so much so that I can imagine, it doesn't really translate into the real thing unless it's really physical. You can actually hold it and you can see what it was. And this is actually the part that we make for 3D from exactly the same from injection molding, right? From injection molding. Yeah, and it was really fine. As you can see, the quality was really fine. It doesn't have the jiggery effects. Right, okay, you can't really see that. So versus this, right? So it has this 3D raw thing, yeah. But this works well as a function for designs. But this works for functional parts when you want to sell to the market, right? And of course, with this, we actually, if you can see, there's a screw attached to it. There's a screw attached to it, which we call it the insert molding, right? We basically insert the screw into the mold and we inject. So that's how we get the product. Many people ask me, what is the minimum order quantity to start a tool? For a part like this, if your part is highly competitive as in like you're trying to beat the market with, let's say, other people, you're trying to create a mold to beat the market so that you can sell cheaper. Basically, I would require a 20,000-30,000 a month run, and I would say that you will achieve the ideology of like cost down. However, if you're in a product prototyping phase, a single cavity tool like this, it's not going to be viable if your production is going to be like 1-2K. So you at least need a minimum amount order of 5,000 for like a small medium company to produce this, a mold, and run this for you to be decently profitable for both ends, right? All the business needs a win-win. So this is the difference. So I'm showing you the difference of how these two could be like when it comes to 3D prototyping and such. I want to show you some other things. So another good thing about like 3D prototyping is what you can do is you can do some fittings on it, right? When you print it out, you can actually see the fittings and see whether it actually works or not, right? So this is something that you can do. Another thing that you could do is, this is the actual part, okay? But you can't really see it though. This is the actual part that was injection molded. Let me show you the 3D part. It's very not much the same. Excuse me for the paint because we're trying to like do some coloring on it. So it's very much the same, you see? It looks almost the same. Yeah. And that's what we like about 3D printing, because basically you're translating whatever ideology into a very cheap prototype, which probably costs less than like $10, $20. For you to have a look and feel, and it's even functional, you see, it's even functional. Right. So it's even functional, the holes are working. So this is the benefit of rapid prototyping. It actually helps you speed up the entire prototyping process. And because how long is the rapid prototyping? Somebody will ask. Somebody may ask, how long is the prototyping? The prototyping takes like 2 days, right? For this kind of size, right? It's just a 2 days thing that you can validate. You can know whether it is actually working. So I always love to ask people to get the rapid prototyping up, because we really want to look and feel and to check out how it is. So I think this one I've shared before on my like Facebook very long time ago. It's still same the pieces. I love it still because I think I get to hold and feel and touch before I move on to the next phase. And this thing takes like a day to print, and very quickly you can move on to a second idea if this doesn't work out. So that's how fast like we can actually start doing this. This is also 3D printed. We wanted to see whether it actually fits the body and the top, whether it's nice. And this is the actual product that was being produced. So this is injection molded and with gas assist injection molding, pretty baby. And you could tell that it's almost the same. It's close. It's close to the same thing, right? It's close to the same thing. I would say almost exactly. And that's how we can really speed up the time to produce, right? And of course, something that rapid prototyping can do is making multiple cavities. Okay, products like this, in injection molding, we actually make it like this. So in a mold, and a mold typically costs a few thousand. So what's the difference between rapid prototyping and non-rapid prototyping? I'm going to share a little bit of the screen, show you just in case I didn't miss anything out that I've prepared. Okay. All right. So if let's say you look at 3D printing, I would say rapid prototyping, there's many types. I will not go in depth into like what types of rapid prototyping it is. The idea is to just make sure that the rapid prototyping, it's for you to fast prototype, right? And plastic injection molding is like for mass pro. However, there are recently coming to a trend that many people are using rapid prototyping parts to become their final products. If it is not aesthetically important and it's purely functional, sometimes you could use a rapid prototyping mode. The reason why is because rapid prototyping has already advanced to a stage where you could use very good material. And functionally, you can use it for functional, like you can literally use it. So remember this? This is the one that 3D printed. I could install this and literally just put it to use just fine. And it works wonder. I don't see there's any difference of it. And the strength is equally close, pretty close. Yeah. So therefore, I would want you to explore the rapid prototyping if let's say you have a very small orders. Say, let's say you knew that you wanted to do this for like 50 pieces. Rapid prototyping is it's the goal, right? I think doing this, it saves a lot of money and a cost. Right. For plastic injection molding, you can see we always go for multiple cavities, meaning to say we know that the product has already been matured and we knew that this particular product can sell with a higher quantity, probably 10K, 30K, 50K per run. And it's worth investing your money into plastic injection molding. So if let's say today you're a designer and you really want to just validate your designs by creating like 5 to 10 pieces of your product, consider doing rapid prototyping. The advancement has already to another state of art. So you could, well, either contact us, we can actually help you with the rapid prototyping, or you could actually relay us what is your ideation. We could actually help you to decide whether you want to go for a prototype or you want to go for plastic injection molding. Yeah. So let me just tell you what is the difference between the balancing of like the rapid prototyping and plastic injection molding. Here, I'm going to use the annotation to tell you what the difference between them, right? Rapid prototyping, what is the purpose of a rapid prototyping? A rapid prototyping basically is to there's a couple of reasons why you want to do rapid prototyping. The purpose of it is to prototype, to have a look and feel. Yeah, that's when is the time that you should look for rapid prototyping. And when it comes to plastic injection molding is always is mass production and cost down. And what is the quantity that we are looking at when we're looking at rapid prototyping? I would say if your part is small, but it fits the 3D prototyping table, depending on what method that you're using. Well, 500 would be would be good enough. Once you reach more than 500, it would probably cost you more. And it will probably be more viable for you to start a tool to start prototyping. I would say 500 per month. And for plastic injection molding, the ideal ones would be 20,000 per month. So now you have a question. What happens it is in between? It's like, oh, I fall right in like the 7,000 mark, right? It's not in the 500 pieces, it's in like 200K pieces. So what do I do, right? In this case, you probably need to consult us so that we can help you to judge whether it's still viable. And later on, I'm going to share a template again for you to actually check how much does it cost for you to make a tool and how much does it cost for you to inject. And you can identify yourself whether it is time for you to start the mold. Right? Of course, there are other reasons that we need to look into, which is coming up to the next, which is the strength requirement. What is the strength requirement when it comes to rapid prototyping? Rapid prototyping, the strength is lower, the needs is not high. Okay, the strength requirement is low. Okay, and for plastic injection molding, you know that because of the heat and the compression, the strength requirement can go very high. Even with steel, even to the extent of replacing steel. Okay, so, okay, this is not, so this one, pardon me, this is not supposed to be here. Let me just draw it away. Yep. So strength requirement. Another form of requirement is the functional requirement. Let me just shut this off. Functional requirement. Yeah, the functional requirement of this is low. And the functional of this is high. Yeah, it means that it can work perfectly. Functionally is low is because probably it doesn't stand the wear and tear. It doesn't stand the weathering. It doesn't stand the impact. Maybe the product needs to be in contact with something. It doesn't stand like interlocking hinges. It's still a bit difficult for you to prototype that way. Therefore, you would probably need to use the plastic injection molding. So if let's say you do not know, oh, where do I stand, right? Always can consult us, always give us a call so that we can actually help you to decide which are the best method for you. Because I always believe that not all the time you need to make plastic injection molding molds to create a product. There's a lot of 1001 way to do that. It can be steel, it can be plastics, it can be rapid prototyping, it can be using silicone, it can be using pour method, pour mold method to actually create that products. So it's very much on what is your budget cost? How do you want to rapid prototyping? What is the entire design concepts behind this product? So I always want to get back to the root of like, why are you creating this product? What is the need behind this product? Why do you want to create this product? Is it for cost down? Is it for mass pro? Is it for prototyping or just testing out on ideology? So it's very important for us to identify this so that we can advise the best method forward. So if let's say today you're a product designer looking to develop product, talk to us, feel free to talk to us so that we can actually give you our best advice. I am a non-believer of always starting an injection mold if let's say there is no needs. Very often right now we see a trend that a lot of inquiries coming in or even like people asking us to design types of a low run. So low run, we will strike a balance in between like prototyping and injection molding, which there is a way that we can actually help you to convert that into physical products or transition from rapid prototyping to injection molding. And there's a way to calculate that. So for today, I would love to actually give you a tip because of staying on with me, a template that I always use when it comes to deciding what method to use, how to calculate the cost when it comes to injection molding. And this particular template, I'm going to share it to you right below so that you can actually download it and play around with it. And if you need the video to take a look on how to use the template, I do have a video which is produced last month, which I am going to attach together with in the comments as well so that you can use it. Thank you very much. That's all with the session today. I hope that coming next session, I want to cover a little bit of the FAQs. Typically, we have a lot of questions coming in through Ask Sam, my YouTube channel. If you have not followed it, I really hope that you can follow me. We shared a lot of ideas and also some trends, what's happening right now in the plastic injection world, even the plastic world or sustainability world. We hope to give you more insightful tips, and comments so that you could grow together with us, right? So I will see you next month. Hopefully it's gonna start the quarter well. If you have any issues with your products, don't worry to just drop in an email or give us a call. We'll be able to help you solve all your design problems. See you, stay tuned, bye.